no beanie, no scarf, no down jacket, and no shoes. I'm locked outside of my apartment without my keys or my wallet. If I don't leave in about 2 minutes, I'm gonna be late for work. Is this because of the conversation we just had? I asked the woman smugly leaning against my door. Her smirk was answer enough. Oh, by the way, Aimy, I can't drive you to work either. I'm definitely gonna be late. Let's roll back. The November before the polar vortex, I broke up with my serious girlfriend a few weeks before she was supposed to meet my parents. I say this like this was a singular event, but really, like many lesbian relationships, this wasn't one conversation, but months of sporadic processing, emotional entanglement, and inappropriate flirting. So, after what I considered a reasonable time of sexual hiatus and several bottles of whiskey, I decided to embark on the Aimy's Getting Over Liz scheme of 2014, which amounted to me dating a lot. There was even one week where I had plans with 6 different people. In retrospect, quantity over quality might not have been the best idea. Here's the thing, I have a type. I'll admit it, I'm not ashamed. I like what I like. And what I like is a femme brunette who's socially conscious, bonus if she's an artist. Blue eyes, my kryptonite. And I've always known this ever since I saw Lucy Lawless playing Xena as a young girl. And don't even get me started on Lauren Graham. What I didn't realize was apparently I have a thing for Megans. Megans with and without the H. Meggies, nutmegs, Megs. That week where I was seeing 6 different people, 3 of them were named Megan. To be clear, this was not intentional, but it required a certain amount of logistical finesse, which led to my habit of tagging my potential partners by their professions. Which leads me to the marketer. The marketer was a Megan with an H. Tall, green eyes, pretty, a decent conversationalist. We had a very nice first date where I explained to her my ongoing breakup and how I wasn't in a place to be in anything more than a casual relationship with anyone. The morning after, she had that gleam in her eye that I'm thinking about what our puppies will look like. That I'm thinking about whether or not we should get the van U-Haul or splurge for that 15-foot truck. So I extricated myself from her grip and reiterated my disinterest in a relationship. She wasn't happy, but we parted ways, mostly amicably. She reappeared in my life a few weeks later on a bus in Wicker Park. Like the mature human being that I am, I waved and got off at the next, and wrong, stop. She followed up with a text later saying that she was still interested and would respect my decision to not be in a serious relationship until I was ready. I chose to believe her. Mistake 1. She stopped by on a Sunday night, bringing over a bottle of wine and promising me a ride to work in the morning. I sidestepped her comments about how spacious my closets were and how my 1 bedroom was definitely big enough for 2. Mistake 2. I'm not a morning person. I just really love my snooze button, and I don't think I should be held responsible for anything I say in the period from when I wake up to when I really wake up, or how I say it. So perhaps when I woke up to her telling me that we were great together and we should be a couple, my no might have come off a bit harsh. She started arguing her case as I rolled out of bed, and I told her that we could continue this conversation after I dropped off some cookies for my neighbor. But don't leave, because all of my stuff is in here and my key is on the hook. Mistake 3. I walked back down the hall to find her checking if my door was locked. It was. Is this because of the conversation we just had? She shrugged. Oh, Aimy, by the way, I can't drive you to work. I don't understand. All of my stuff is in there. I'm not even wearing shoes. You can't even be serious right now, Megan. All she says is, oh, I'm sure you'll land on your feet. And then she strutted down the stairs while I stood there in disbelief. Now, when you spend 3 hours pacing back and forth in penguin socks in your building's lobby, you should really take that time to think about a better excuse for your boss than someone crashed with me last night and locked me out accidentally. Instead, I thought about the choices that had led me to this moment and how I was going to prevent a 2-night stand, or anyone really, from ever thinking my I want casual means I actually really want commitment. Can you please change me? Be the one to change me. And making sure no one ever locked me out of my goddamn apartment again. So lessons of the polar vortex. 1, always have your key and wallet. Always, 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 always. 2, no more Megans. 3, if they didn't get the message the first time, don't go there again. 4, seriously, no more Megans, I mean. So with these rules in mind, I continued on my Getting Over Liv scheme of 2014, which continued with the historian, the programmer, the consultant, the anthropologist, and well, the list goes on. And it was one afternoon in June when I'm about to get on the red line and I'm finally letting this polar vortex fade away and the lake is almost warm, but not really. Then I get a text from the original Megan, high school Megan, the Megan I lost my virginity to. And she's coming on Friday the 13th. Clearly a sign of impending doom. So I get on this train and sit down next to this woman who has shards of stainless glass as her earrings. She has beautiful blue eyes. She's reading Andrea Gibson. We make gay eye contact. My phone buzzes, and I ignore the text, then introduce myself. She says, hi, I'm Megan.